Hello, friends. Welcome. Say hello, happy home. I'm happy to be here with you today on this Tuesday, March 17, 2026. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you out there. And whether you're Irish or not, it's a good day. It's a good day to celebrate. You can celebrate all kinds of things. You can celebrate, the victory of St. Patrick. You can, celebrate the color green, four-leaf clovers, if you're into Lucky Charms, which I am. My mother was half Irish. She was half Irish and she was half Dutch, or, her family came from Holland and the other half came from County Cork in Ireland. And my dad was Native American. So we got a little bit of Irish in us, and I really do appreciate Green and St. Patrick and, his impact on history and society. And I hope that everybody stays safe and enjoys their celebrations. But that's not what I want to talk to you about today. This thing with Iran, of course, it's still ongoing, and there's a lot of concerns and a lot of things that are happening. And wow, my shirt's getting really big. But what I want to talk to you about is a comment that Friedrich Merz, who is the, president, chancellor, whatever you call him, from Germany. And he said he was kind of offended that Trump didn't consult him before he decided to blow up Iran. Now, he agrees that Iran needs to be taken to heel. He agrees that they should not be given the opportunity to make nukes willy-nilly. And he did state that it had to be from the UN, that if the UN says they got to intervene, that he'll intervene. And, I kind of took offense to that. Because, for one thing, we don't need Germany's permission to do anything. And after World War II, we sent, within a couple of years, in 1948, we sent shipments of large farm equipment, money, financial, agricultural, architectural, and business experts from the U.S., and we sent grains and livestock, and we sent everything, train loads and boat loads, over to Europe to rebuild France, England, and Germany. After we blew the F out of them, then we went ahead and we helped to rebuild them. And just like holding us who are alive today accountable for the slave era in America, we would never hold the people alive today, Merz and the people of Germany, for what happened during the Holocaust. And then now they have the strictest anti-Semitic laws in the world. But still, it just kind of struck me that attitude, that, oh, you didn't ask us. Yeah. You need to take yourself to heel. You need to, look at yourself in the mirror, Merz, because last year you had women protesting because they were being trespassed from businesses. They were being harassed out of their jobs. They were being ostracized for feeding their children in public. Now, I know breastfeeding can be kind of a weird thing. Okay, can. You're hanging them out there. But I want to remind Merz and the world that they have a huge amount of nude beaches. Nudity is practiced, like they'll sit outside on their balconies topless to sun. They have no inhibitions with regard to the human body and what the human body does. So with that in mind, why, Merz, why do your women, who are creating the next generation of Germans, being harassed, pushed, and ostracized simply for doing the most natural and basic human act possible? Have a baby and feed that baby. Here in America, of course, we have in our public spaces, in our courthouses, in our doctor's offices, we have rooms, private rooms just for women who need to feed their babies. And if you want to put women back barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, that's That'll never happen. But in order for women to thrive, to be all they can be, and to have everything that they want in life, a career and a baby, they're going to need to drag that kid around with them. From daycares and what, they're going to need to take them to work. They're going to need to take them out in public. It's perfectly natural. Kids aren't, born and then unseen and unheard. And if you want women to feel included, if you want them to feel empowered, if you want them to feel that their dignity is being preserved and that the ultimate respect due that they gave life to a child, the next generation of Germans, I think that you need to look at yourself and wag your finger at yourself, Mertz, and say, shame on you. Shame on you for forcing women in Germany to have to protest at your capital for the freedom to feed their kids. Shame on you. And then you put on this holier than thou, beating your chest. Well, Trump didn't consult us. Trump don't need to consult you for shit, you hypocrite. You got nude beaches, you got topless women on their balconies in cities in broad daylight sunning themselves. But when a woman needs to feed her innocent, helpless, defenseless child, they're being trespassed from cafes. They're being ostracized. They're being told to go into a bathroom stall. They have to sit on a toilet to feed their child. Shame on you. You're a hypocrite. And you need to look at yourself in the mirror. You need to wag that finger at yourself, and you need to say, shame on you. Shame on you for being a hypocrite. And, you need to reflect a little, do some self-reflection there, Mertz. We're not perfect either. We have a lot of blemishes and scars. But when our nation realized that the slave trade was an atrocity to the level of the Holocaust, which of course it happened before the Holocaust, but nonetheless, we did what we could to change it, and hundreds of thousands of men died in this nation to stop that atrocity, just like millions died to stop the Holocaust. We knew something was wrong, and we gave lives to reverse the atrocity that was taking place here. You didn't do that until we blew the fuck out of you and then took you down. And Hitler killed himself. Then, and then what did we do? We went in and we gave you our money and our resources and the best that America had to offer to rebuild your nation. So I think I'm not necessarily saying that Mertz should show a little bit of respect and gratitude, that we're doing the dirty work of the world. But I don't think you should go as far as saying that we should have consulted you. Shame on you. You shouldn't have said that. And we are doing the dirty work of the world. We really are. We're doing the dirty work of the world. Everybody on the earth, every nation's like, oh, they gotta have a right to their right. They can't have a nuke. They can't have a nuke because they're so dangerous and so crazy and everything. Oh yeah, you're all ready and willing to pat us on the back when it's just talk and rhetoric. But the minute the war starts, what do? You push us out in front of that locomotive instead of joining us. You're all a bunch of cowards. Walk the walk, talk the talk. You're all sorts of big and bad and supportive and, wagging your finger at Iran, shame, and agreeing with the UN and all this other crap. But when the rubber hits the road, it's crickets. It's crickets in Germany. It's crickets everywhere. You're all a bunch of hypocrites, and you should be ashamed of yourselves. But yeah, so go out, have some corned beef, play some bagpipes, drink some green beer, go to your Catholic church and attend a Mass. And until next time, do good and be good.